I appreciate how Netflix understands that the moment August begins, so too does the Halloween season. On August 6th, we got the first half of Wednesday season 2. I don't like how they release it in 2 parts. I like it when they just release it all in one go, but then again, that's what everybody likes, but they need you to come back and keep your subscription because business. And there's some improvements from the previous season and some carryover issues from the previous season as well. One of the improvements is the casting of Steve Buscemi. Never abandoning Wednesday being on board the true crime fiasco, she uses her psychic powers to track down a serial killer that was never caught. I have a friend who would do the same thing. Wednesday could start like a reality show where she solves cold cases.
I'm headed to the Junior Embalmers Convention in Kansas City. It's a prosthetic hand.
You know, I guess that's the best excuse you could give, but we all know TSA would confiscate it anyway. She would be arrested. She absolutely would be arrested. I honestly think the humor in this show works more like a cartoon. I want to rip it apart like I did in my video of season 1, but because I'm expecting gritty realism because it's live action. But I'm convincing myself that's not the goal of the writers, and this is really leaning into the camp this season, a good blend of serious and not serious. We finally get to see Pugsley attending the school with Wednesday. I heard a lot of complaints that Wednesday without Pugsley really leaves out a big aspect of Wednesday, that being she doesn't have her foil, which Enid was supposed to fill but didn't really do all that much and wasn't in season 1 all that much as I was hoping. Now we have double the opportunity for Wednesday to have her foil, and that's $5,000, $10,000, and $15,000 of the budget. Here's my personal gripe. If Pugsley was tormented by Wednesday growing up, I think he'd be terrified of her, but he comes off more annoyed. When Wednesday grabs his neck, Pugsley should tense up, like fight or flight kicks in and he freezes. I understand he's not supposed to be very bright, and that's totally fine, but like, come on. But he's bigger than her. Yeah, bigger people can have trauma too.
I got you a gift as well. Oh. Thank you. I mean, it is a little creepy, but the curls are super soft. It's made from real human hair.
When you think about it, that's a great gift. Memorabilia from a solved serial killer case, ignore the ethical problems, and a high quality wig.
This one here just looks like a typo. It's the old English spelling for dismemberment. I'll have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands before I change a single word.
If that's the case, your book will never get published. Carrying on from the last season, Wednesday still has a stalker that her psychic abilities doesn't work on, that they kinda suggest that it's the ability of the stalker, but isn't, or maybe it is and they kind of did this wrong. I'm confused. Yeah, I'll explain later why I'm confused, because the stalker sucks.
What was it like getting gutted by a hide?
I still wake up screaming sometimes.
That's awesome.
Every Jeffrey Dahmer fan. Morticia and Gomez have their own cottage on campus. I see they want to actually utilize the full cast this time, a very needed and welcome change, especially if I get to see more of Morticia. Yes, please.
You're a dove. I'm a raven.
I've had experience with ravens.
Are you talking about your sister?
There was a lot of complaints about how Morticia was controlling over Wednesday, which felt like that went against Morticia's character. At least now we're expanding on the reason why she's that way, which doesn't fix the critique, but it does remedy it enough to where I can tolerate it. It comes from a place of love, which doesn't go against her character. We have stop motion! At least some people are trying to keep animation alive in whatever way they can. Tim, this is supposed to be a live action show. Steve Buscemi is trying to rally some outcast pride and is trying to get Bianca to use her siren powers to push things along by force. But he's still a good guy, right? Oh no, not the Dutch angle!
I am abolishing the nightshades and all secret societies.
Because we didn't really do much with the nightshade and don't want to deal with it. Also, how can you just abolish a secret society? I really love Wednesday rejecting her popularity. I feel like they have a strong grasp of Wednesday's character. She's selfish, she's not a bad person, but she's selfish, and being in the limelight makes it hard to lurk in the shadows. Not only that, but in a world where it feels like everyone is chasing any fame they can get online, it's refreshing to see a character who rejects fame. Pugsley reanimates an evil dead scientist with his new powers of electricity. Wednesday gets a vision of Enid dying, and there's a bunch of ravens, while Wednesday has visions like That's So Raven. Coincidence? I think so.
I know what those tears mean. It's psychic exhaustion. That's what happens when you abuse your gift.
The ongoing mystery is that people keep dying from raven swarms, their eyes plucked out from their skull in gruesome fashion. This show is really leaning into its inspiration from Edgar Poe, not Edgar Allan Poe. He rejected his middle name, and the murders are about 100% tied to the Stalker, since her psychic abilities don't work on these either, or maybe her psychic powers are just exhausted like they established like 2 minutes ago.
I'm allowed to question your daughter, Mr. Adams?
I'm also a lawyer. Wish to speak to my client again, you'll need a court order.
Everyone in this family has superpowers, and I think Gomez has the best power: legal prowess. You know, how do you guys feel about the characters having magic powers? I feel like, yeah, it's a bit of an adjustment, but all in all, it's also not too far-fetched. I mean, it works with the general vibe of this genre. Aw, a pet zombie. Do zombies have human rights? They are and aren't human. You know, I feel like if they really lean into fleshing out the whole school, it could really start to feel like the gothic, dark version of Hogwarts. It's lacking that feeling of magic and whimsy. Or, I guess, it's lacking the wide cast of characters and established written material. But I see potential for more than just a Netflix series. The best part is that Thing is getting character development. Didn't expect this, but Thing is oddly cute for a severed hand, so I'm very excited to see this happening. He's standing up for himself and even throwing a temper tantrum.
It's your mugshot from the Normal, Illinois Police Department. Who's Fernando Fingertips? Your first alias? Yeah, it is very catchy.
And he's getting lore. Best season by far.
Unlocking the outcast mind.
Is Dr. Fairburn an outcast?
No.
It's like a vegetarian writing a book on cannibalism.
I feel like Wednesday just summarized the flaws of the entire field of psychiatry. Wednesday goes to visit Tyler in the psychiatric hospital, and we now see the inspiration for a new wave of thirst traps. Now, this season has about 4 plots going on all at the same time, which is pretty necessary with a big cast of characters. You have something going on with Wednesday, Morticia, Bianca, Pugsley, and Thing. And this is a common outcome when it comes to a show's second season. The first season can often feel like a slog and a bit lackluster, but that's because it has to establish so much of the characters in the world. When you already have all that established, by the second season, you can focus a lot more on the characters' progression and story, which I think is what we're seeing here, which gives me a lot of hope that this season will be leagues better than the first.
She's like this dark North Star for psycho killers.
Why are you friends with her?
Because even though Wednesday is literally the tunnel at the end of my light, I can't imagine my life without her in it.
Why? You had one adventure together and you didn't really get along. Are the writers feeding the Wednesday X Enid ship? Is that what this scene is for? Which is a ship that's probably the most forced ship I've ever seen, if I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Sadly, we need to keep the canon relationship straight, given our current administration hates us. And Brandon is doing a great job at wooing Enid, but I don't trust it given the last potential love interest of last season ended up being the main bad guy. I'm getting strong Batman and Riddler vibes with a bit of Saw thrown in there. Puzzles that Wednesday has to solve with the stress of a death trap, and some of them are kind of clever. As someone who is a fan of both Saw and Batman, I think this is just really freaking cool.
Happy prank day, Wednesday.
My crazed stalker is an invisible 13-year-old.
Honestly, yeah, that checks. 13-year-old girls are horrifying. You know how to get the plot barreling forward? Mind control. Invite your mom. Go to the gala. Please let your mom be a gilf. Pet Zombie is regenerating the more brains he eats. Here's what I hate about this. I thought Pugsley would be the interesting part of this, but it's the zombie. Pugsley is just here to be an obstacle to people finding out about the zombie. So he's not really a character, he's just part of the conflict. I had thought the mention of Bianca's mom being part of a cult was just to add some flavor to her character, but it looks like it's really connected to the main plot. I really expected this not to pan out, but now I'm hopeful. The whole family finally reconvenes at the school camping trip at Camp Jericho.
You have the look of a predator. Allow me to be a helpless prey.
Ah, so Gomez is the sub. Pugsley bringing the zombie to camp does skew him closer to a character rather than a conflict, but not really. I feel like the quote-unquote camping episode is akin to like the beach episode in anime. It's surprisingly common, and we pretty much already know what's gonna happen. There's going to be some disagreement and then a competition. Oh look, that's exactly what's happening. Normies versus outcasts fight for the campgrounds after it was double booked. I get that the opposing camp is all like military-esque, but like the outcasts have superpowers. Do they really think they would win? They have a better chance than most people. I'm not gonna pretend like they don't, I'll give them that, but like, come on. If I had the entire US military go up against Spider-Man, no weapons, just Spider-Man and fisticuffs, I'm putting my money on Spider-Man. And don't forget that my friend Simone released a 10-minute parody of regular show that's available on her channel now that she worked really hard on and worked for several years on, and it's really good. There's gonna be a link in the description below, and I just want you guys to check it out because like we're all really proud of her, and she's proud of herself, and she should be, and she's awesome, and the animation is awesome, and it'll take up only 10 minutes of your time. Wow, they won. It was worth it to see Wednesday do a dramatic zipline body kick.
Not tonight. Most people would have FOMO, fear of missing out.
I feel like people use FOMO way too much. I thought that'd go the way of YOLO, but it's lingering around. I'm not happy that this is becoming a mainstay of our lexicon.
Pathetic! You got outplayed by a pint-sized teenage outcast! A female, no less!
Because we're also sexist, just so you know not to like us.
Just a red car. These are all outcast obituaries. All Willow Hill patients.
Lois. I found your account online.
I realized I wasn't that insecure girl who thought she would never fit in.
But I like that girl.
Yeah, you had no self-confidence and it was easy to manipulate you. That's what I liked about you. I'm very upset that her stalker is just an obsessive fan. Does it make sense? Yeah, sure, but it wasn't the payoff that I was hoping for. And now we have a Wednesday wannabe polluting the pool of characters. Sure, she's useful, but that's not a good enough reason to add her to the cast. Pugsley's secret zombie pet was discovered and is caught by Wednesday. That's a bit of a bummer. That kind of went nowhere. What does Pugsley have?
Take absolutely no chances. Welcome to Willow Hill.
Hey, remember her from the last season? The character I didn't really like? She's back! Oh goody. Ladies, gentlemen, fellow weirdos, I'm happy to announce that the grandma is a gilf. Finally getting the info on Morticia's crazy sister, turns out Aunt Ophelia went crazy from overusing her psychic ability, which sounds like something that could have been discussed a long time ago.
Stop the constant hovering. Wednesday needs space to grow.
Says the woman whose youngest daughter has been missing for 20 years.
I really like seeing Morticia finally have to confront something. Her helicopter parenting was a little rough to sit through, but seeing her actually have some real conflict is very needed for the plot.
That bought us a couple hours. Oh, it's nightshades forever, right?
Hey, we want to go too?
Stay here. Finish the rest of the invitations.
You're not allowed to be part of the story, Pugsley. You're just here to make the fans happy.
Get a message to Fester.
Go tell her you're feeling left out.
I need him to track down this patient.
Yeah, you really haven't contributed much of anything to the plot. Not like that's saying anything new.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
You seem out of breath.
It's been a long day.
This is a red herring. No way the replacement redhead would be the bad guy when the redhead from last season was also a bad guy. The mid-season finale does a pretty good job of not only tying up a lot of elements of the mystery, but introducing Fester to do what Fester does, and actually make him a very important piece to Wednesday's plan. It makes this episode so satisfying. The secret behind Lois is that they're experimenting on outcasts beneath the Willow Hill Psychiatric Hospital. The mystery in this season is significantly more engaging and actually ties into the themes and moral standings of the Addams family represents. Oh, the Jelly Bean Woman is the super secret Raven person? Man, they do a really bad job at these twists. This sucks. Again, I cast Fireball directly where they stood, just like every chaotic D&D adventure. We get an homage to Cabin in the Woods with all the patients releasing, taking the opportunity to release Tyler during all the chaos. Least favorite character frees the sort of not bad character, and then Tyler does the best possible thing in this season and kills her. We get the coolest shot of the whole season, and now Tyler is free once again. Now, even though this season so far feels a little bit better than the last, I can't help but feel it still has glaring issues. Like, setting things up only to not really deliver anything. Like, the Boy Scouts were going to, look like they were gonna play dirty and do, a second thing, a revenge thing. And then that didn't happen. They just said, oh, okay, main guy, counselor died. And then they went, well, we weren't really into this idea in the first place, so we're done. All the big reveals of the mysteries were all lackluster. They kind of sucked. Multiple characters didn't really do anything. Enid, meh. She has the whole thing going on with her love thing, and I'm meh about it. She isn't directly involved in the main story at all. She's just kind of a B-plot. And then Pugsley is just there. I feel bad for his actor. He's doing nothing. There's just as much bad as there is good. Some characters do have more depth, and the comedy was pretty good. Not gonna lie, I did enjoy it to a certain, It's just, it could be better. Also, what was with that mask? What? I thought that, was that the mask from the Stalker? Was that the mask from Jelly Bean Woman? Is there a third secret person that we're not aware of that's gonna be revealed in the part 2 of season 2? What? It's in the intro sequence. That mask is important. That's gonna be the moneymaker for Spirit Halloween. What's the mask supposed to be for? Maybe I'm just a big dumb idiot and you guys are going to tell me the absolute obvious thing that I missed in this that is going to explain the mask, and maybe my brain's just jumbled because I try to get these videos out in a timely manner because I'm a trend chaser now. Or maybe I'm not stupid and the showrunners are stupid and I don't know, because I'm willing to believe that too. And the big spooky tree from the story, where the doctor zombie was buried that Pugsley reanimated. We know that has to make a comeback in part 2 of this season. There's obviously setting something up for the zombie. He's regenerating, he's getting smarter. Come on, that's gonna be the big bad. This is just act 1 of a 2-act thing. And they're doing a good job making the zombie interesting. So the big spooky tree definitely has to come back. That's also in the intro sequence. And that looks like it cost too much money to make, only for them to use it for literally 2 seconds in the show. Now, I did not go back and touch up on the plot of season 1, and I kinda wish I did, because I didn't think they would carry over so much into season 2. So if I'm being a big old dum-dum, be sure to tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to check out that regular show parody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful, and keep playing. Also, happy almost Halloween. Summerween. Happy Summerween.